Hey you guys, it's Juan here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, I'll be talking to you guys about some random things about me and any interesting things that I have about myself, and just stay tuned. So the first thing that I'm going to share is that I am a very choosy person, whether it's the clothes I buy or the friends I choose. I'm just naturally a choosy person, and it has already been in me that I'm just a choosy person. Second of all, as outgoing I can be, I do come off as awkward. I do sometimes come off as very shy, quotation mark. Like, I do get nervous, but that is mainly because I do have social anxiety. That's why I do come off like that. So whenever you guys meet me in person or whatnot, please do not be disappointed that I do come off as awkward or whatnot, because that is basically my social anxiety. I just naturally have social anxiety. As extroverted as I can be, I do have social anxiety. The third thing is that I have a really cheap taste in cars. I'm not that kind of guy who always dreams and hustles to own a Lambo, a Rolls Royce, and all those kind of cars. To me, you can just give me a little Honda Civic or a Toyota Corolla, and I am the happiest human being on the planet. The fourth thing is that as cheap I am when it comes to cars, I do have an expensive taste when it comes to shopping and traveling. Like, I do love to travel and to go to places, whether it's a road trip across the United States and even Canada, or a long haul flight to Tokyo or to Australia. And when it comes to shopping, I do have a dangerous addiction in liking really expensive things like designer clothes. Like, that has always been my dream to, like, one day even have a whole closet filled with designer clothes. Even though I do love designer clothes, I do love some cheap stuff. Like, I do like going on Marshalls and stuff like that, because I'm that kind of person that if I like it, I buy it. I train myself if that I like to buy things that I actually want to buy. I'm just that kind of person, because you end up saving money, in my opinion, when you buy things that you actually want, rather than you just buy something just because it's on sale. So that's that. The fifth thing about me is that I love toy breed dogs for some reason, but my favorite dog breed would have to be the poodle and the toy poodle. Like, I just love poodles. I always thought that they look so cute and super cuddly. I love their hair, uh, and I just love that breed so much. And the sixth thing about me is that I like almost any kind of food, as long as there's no pickles and no mayo and no mustard. Like, I don't like pickles, I don't like mayo, and I don't like mustard. Like, the seventh thing about me is that I do love Asian culture. Like, I do love anything that's like Japanese, Korean, and Chinese. I'm a human being who is open to all kinds of cultures. I do love learning about different cultures. I love any culture, but I do have a crazy connection that I love with Asian culture. Like, ever since I was little, I've always dreamed to go to Japan specifically. The eighth thing about me is that I love almost any kind of music, but my favorite kind of music is pop music. The ninth thing about me is that I do love fashion. Like, as you guys can tell, that I've told you guys I love designer clothes, but if I have to pick a specific fashion piece that I like, my favorite one would have to be boots. Like, you can give me an expensive sneaker, an expensive handbag, or an expensive coat, but an expensive coat. But if you give me an expensive pair of boots, like a nice Saint Laurent pair of boots, I would go crazy over them. Like, I just love boots. Like, I like any kind of boots. The 10th thing about me is my favorite soda is Coca-Cola. I'm an addict to Coca-Cola. It's like my number one favorite soda. An 11th thing about me is my first celebrity crush is Britney Spears. And the 12th thing about me is that if I had to pick my favorite era of pop music, I would have to say between the late 90s and the whole 2000s. Like, somewhere around 1995, like when Mariah Carey dropped one of her albums, Daydream, which has like the hit songs Fantasy, One Sweet Day, and all the way to like 2011 when Britney dropped Till the World Ends and the album Femme Fatale. In my opinion, that's like my favorite era of pop music. If I had to pick, I do love 80s pop music and more modern pop music, but for some reason I've always had like a connection and an attachment to that era of pop music. So those are the 12 things about me. So I hope you like this video. Don't forget to comment and subscribe as well, and see you till next time. Bye guys.